Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I hope you guys are doing beautiful towards this end of the February. However, I am here to do a reading on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. To check in, see how the relationship is doing. It seems like it's been an interesting year for the Swifties and the Kelces, if that's what he calls his fans. However, it seems as though there is rumors on the streets, according to some inside sources, that things aren't all in dandy between Travis and um Taylor Swift. Now, here's something that was very interesting, right? I had just recently done a reading on Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner, and every time I wanted to say Travis and Kylie, I wanted to say Travis and Kelce. So at that time, in that moment, I was just like, okay, Travis, what is it that you want me to know about? So I guess in that sense, if I'm going to go back on that one, I will put these two cards to the side. I'm going to pick and do a reading from Travis Kelce's perspective because rumor on the street is it's allegedly Taylor Swift who is unhappy in the relationship and has jumped ship after an epic loss, you could say, for her image. Now that Travis Kelce has lost the Super Bowl after having such a great win last year, and then on top of that, she got booed during the Super Bowl. Like, she's just like, oh no, this is not looking good for my image. So let's just see, how does Travis Kelce feel in his connectionship with Taylor Swift? Travis, how are you feeling? Are you and Taylor still together? Are y'all going strong? What's up? What's up, Trav? What's up, Kelp? Okay. The Wheel of Fortune, right? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. That's how Travis feels at the very moment. It sounds like he's if that's how it came to me, it seems like he is on a whirlwind and is just taking this relationship for the ride. You know, wherever it goes, it goes. If we get married, whoop-ah, yay, that's great. If we don't, I got my feelings hurt, but nothing's all lost. It was the name of the game, trying something different, trying something new, taking a spin at life and taking a chance and risk on love, if you would like to say that. So let's just find out the cards surrounding him. So above his head, I like that. The Six of Wands, which symbolizes almost like a judgment, but not quite, but rising from the Phoenix, rising from the ashes, but on a very mundane level. So let's find out, because that's actually quite interesting. If there's only minor arcana cards surrounding this major arcana card, I will zoom in 100% more on what this Wheel of Fortune could mean. Can somebody tell this high priestess to go find somewhere else to go? It seems like the last 3 to 4 readings that Mama Crone and I have done, it just seems like the high priestess is really popping out, standing out. And actually, because Lady Crone and I just extensively talked about tigers, the really good fitting reason that a tiger is placed here to represent the high priestess is to go back on the fact that the tiger's eye, or like the energy of the tiger, like the eye of the tiger, represents the resilienceness, the sharpness, the lasering, and being able to see things. So that represents being able to see and pierce through somebody's souls, because tiger or feline eyes are very striking, and they really do feel like a window to the soul, especially when you see them like look like this and then suddenly their eyes widen. It's just like, wow, it's just amazing. But anyway, yeah, it's that type of thing to like draw you in, mesmerize you. So let's figure out what else is going on. Let's see what's behind him in his past. The Father of Pentacles, fitting. Let's see what's in his future. The Nine of Swords. Let's see what his fears is. The Chariot. A very good place. The hopes. Okay, maybe that looks better than what it looks like. Family, friends, loved ones. The devil. Okay, wow. It seems like an even split of major and minor arcana cards here so far. And this last card will be that determining factor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Determining factor. It's 50-50. He's in a warring with the inner and the outer. So let's see what's really going to rule in the end. Is it going to still be a minor arcana card? Or is it going to be a major arcana card to say that the inner will triumph and not the external forces have the win? So it's a minor arcana card. It seems like whatever they are going through at this very moment, while there does seem to be a whole lot going on inwardly. The best way I can say this is because there is a split balance 51-50, not like that, whoa, but because there seems to be a slight split between the major and the minor, which is all about the inward, how you really feeling, things that you don't things that really linger with you and that you're holding, that you're processing through, and it's not something that's just going to go away like mundane things like the minor arcana cards. Those are just fleeting moments, where major arcana cards are not fleeting, they are long lasting. Their periods, their cycles, their seasons. So because of that, because we see a balance between this, and because of this, for Travis, it's actually very fitting for the fact that he comes off as the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, taking this for a ride. This relationship is seeing it where it goes, spinning like a wheel of luck, see if he's going to get lucky with Taylor, not like that, but get lucky in the sense of finally that he's going to be the one that nails Taylor down, gets married to her, maybe even have her kids. Who knows what if they're having these kinds of conversations, but they are in their 30s, so they really do need to start, at least Taylor Swift definitely needs to start thinking about that. However, from Travis's point of view, he's just enjoying the moment for what it is, literally everything that comes with it. He had his own name, rightfully so, before he met Taylor. That's why he met Taylor, because his name was being spoken somewhere out there, enough for Taylor to be like, I like that. And because of that, she started dating Travis Kelce. And now that they are dating, his name kind of did blow up a little bit more. We started seeing him in commercials, acting now. So he's much more than just a football player at this point. He's like Travis Kelce, the superstar. He's like on top of the world, and he's just taking it as it goes. You know, the opportunities, the publicity, the reputation, everything that comes with dating somebody like Taylor Swift. He's taking it along the ride and maybe using it as a come up. I'm not quite sure, but as it seems like maybe that's how it could have started off. I mean, they could have really been vibing, but it seems like here it has evolved. It has changed. Before I quite go there, let's go beneath to figure out where this butterfly is rising up from. And it is rising up from this high priestess, which is really about him really focusing in, lasering in. His foundation is all about having his eye on this relationship, on this connectionship, and on Taylor, and how he maybe is becoming a better person, a better man, or a better individual through this relationship, or looking at how this relationship is impacting him internally and how does he feel? Is he going through some emotions? Could rumor on the street is Taylor is upset that he lost the Super Bowl, so now she has dumped him. Maybe it could just be the fact that he is looking at his quality and his worth and checking out his identity and really searching for who he is, so he doesn't get himself lost in all the glitz, the glamour, and maybe get lost in the shadows of Taylor Swift. because we see here above his head, we see him rising above the darkness, rising out of the phoenix, rising out of what seems like you wouldn't see this butterfly down here. Not at all. The butterfly would definitely be obscured. You probably see something blue and be like, what's that? But you won't know what it is until the butterfly has literally risen up to make sure that it's seen, to make sure that it is visible, which is exactly how Travis has came through in this relationship. Now does that mean that they're going to bust through and break up their relationship? We'll get to that. We're making our way there to that answer. It seems like I'm going to have to puzzle this one together, because we see here in the past is the Father of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles. Usually a card that symbolizes something dark and something hidden, because usually that card symbolizes a king sitting on a throne, but is draped in dark clothing that almost would obscure what he's really truly feeling inside, like this high priestess would suggest it would be. Maybe he could have entered in with some physical baggage. It could be his time, could be his skills, could be whatever it is. There's something deep within him that has him reassessing and evaluating this relationship with Taylor, because we see in the future the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords. And every time I see this card, I don't care what the reading is, this 100% symbolizes somebody stewing in negative energy, like so engulfed in negative energy, so engulfed in fears, so engulfed on letting themselves being held back that they're going to miss out on opportunities. Their light will not be able to shine as bright. They will be suppressed. They will be depressed. They would be going through mental turmoil. And that's the future I'm seeing for Travis Kelce. Now, does that mean that him and Taylor had to literally go like chopsticks and go their separate ways? Or does that mean that now that they are pretty much 2 years strong in their relationship, that they are starting to have these types of conversations that they maybe weren't having before, and the reality is starting to sink in? Is he ready to get committed? Because he's like on the top of his pentacle. I mean, Taylor Swift has a booming career. I think she's probably still on her peak. I don't know when Taylor's going to fall off her peak, but she's been on a peak for way longer than 2 years. So because of that, Travis Kelce, because he's just becoming into his peak. It's like, once I'm finally getting into my groove of things, do I really want to settle down, step out the limelight, and commit to a life that I might not quite be ready for? And I want to go out there, live my life, do all these things. These are all the things you have to really think about when you're coming into a relationship, especially settling down, especially around their age as well. So because of that, I could definitely see why the wheels and gears are turning within Travis Kelce, and he's reevaluating. I'm going to continue saying, really looking deeper into their connection. Man, Taylor. Because here, the past, the fears, which I like, which could be stemming exactly from this outcome card. The future card, because the Chariot symbolizes letting go of the past, but the past could also be things that hold you back as you're trying to move forward. And as I just recently had a reading in Cardi B, that starting a new chapter in your life, as a recently quote that I just heard or read, is that starting a new chapter in your life is wasted, or it is useless, or it is going to go, it's not starting a new chapter and a new leaf with the same old habits. Like, you've moved on, but you still have some unresolved. You still need some closure. There's something within you that just might be broken, or there's something that you haven't quite addressed within yourself. All of that could be something that could hold him back, something that could make him leery about fully being committed into a relationship. Or it could just simply be the fact that when moving forward in this relationship with Taylor, that maybe he's starting to see some similar flags, or he's starting to fall into old habits and old patterns that could have maybe made his old relationships not work in the past. So therefore, maybe he's not conscious of these patterns that he's doing yet, or he is conscious of it and he's choosing to stay put in this energy because the Chariot is not quite moving forward in the fears section, because fears is everything about holding you back, literally about no growth, no evolution. This beautiful butterfly that is transforming in this very moment can easily get crushed along the way. Not that I want it to, but just based off of these two, it is a slight possibility, because here we have in the hopes card is the Three of Swords, which symbolizes a heartbreak. Now, now I'm reading about Travis Kelce here, and the hopes usually has to deal with how he's feeling in this very moment. Now, unless he's still living in the past and still dealing with some old heartbreak that he hasn't quite moved forward from, the only other plausible reason I could think that this card would be here in his hopes card is maybe that he could have been hurt from Taylor Swift in some way. Not that she like deliberately did something, but maybe something could have been said, something could have been done, some unrequited feelings was felt, and because of that, it's like kind of like taking a pause. Like I said, he was just taking a chance on this relationship, seeing it where it goes. Maybe in that sense, it's almost like being attached, but not quite too attached. Okay. I was trying to ring around the rosy this whole entire time because I because I'm because I usually read from Taylor Swift's perspective, reading from Travis's perspective, and I don't quite know him that well, and I'm just picking up what these cards are reading. I didn't want to say, I mean, I briefly did mention it before that he could be using her as a come up, right? I didn't want to believe that because I'm like, why would he have that intention? He's a football player. He did kind of have a bad streak, so but that couldn't just be on him. That's on the whole entire team. But either way, it just didn't feel right. But looking at how the friends, family, and loved ones see Travis Kelce and his relationship with Taylor as the devil, which is all about deception, all about somebody not truly being authentically themselves and who they really are. Like I was hinting at earlier here with this 10, with this King of Pentacles, about how there's just something hidden, something dark that we do not know, that is just quite obscured from us seeing his true intent, with the High Priestess here at the very bottom talking about he has to really do some inner work, some really soul searching before he makes some decisions, because he could have came in with one intent, the Wheel of Fortune, and leaves out with a completely different intent, completely different perspective, with this Six of Wands rising above this energy. He comes out with a completely new perspective on Taylor Swift and how he felt. Maybe it was just not truly, like maybe he was giving, like, let's be fair here, like he was giving 40 and she was giving 60. Now he feels like, oh, maybe I should bump that up. Maybe it should be a little bit more 50-50. I think I'm actually feeling this girl. But the question comes with the Nine of Wands here at the very end, and we see here the Five of Pentacles, a withering away rose that, yes, can bring life back into it, that, yes, can change its colors, can have a change of heart, like a phoenix rising from ashes. Like I said, he's going through a really internal processing of how he wants to be connected and related to and be in Taylor's life, or how Taylor's going to fit into his life. However, it seems like whatever this internal processing is, it has to deal with something about how they deal with each other on a day-to-day basis and on a not so spiritual level. And because of that, he could be trying to maneuver okay. He could be trying to maneuver how him and Taylor he could just be trying to navigate his relationship with Taylor Swift, because at this very moment, whatever he was feeling beforehand and however he felt about Taylor, it seems like it has slightly changed. It has slightly shifted. Like, the love is still there, but also at the same time, however he was feeling in the beginning has seemed to changed. Now, has it changed for better or for worse? That's a good question. Now, I just want to pull 3 cards before I pick out a oracle card or outcome, or like the outcome for Travis Kelce and Taylor. I just want to quickly see, how does Taylor Swift feel about Travis Kelce and their relationship? Like, is it her that's the problem? Is it Travis that's the problem? Or are you both just the problem? Or nobody needs to pick sides at who's at fault here? So, with that being said, okay. These 2 cards. I like that. I like that. So, how does Taylor Swift feel about her connection with Travis Kelce? Well, first off, it's a courtship. They are still in the courting process, getting to know each other, feeling each other. It's been 2 years. I'm pretty sure you guys were out your courting process at this point, but they still taking it slow, apparently, and maybe taking a step back from labels. Like they want to be together, but they just don't want to have such powerful labels. Like, yeah, we boyfriend and girlfriend. No, we just feeling each other. We just sussing each other out, feeling each other, talking. Maybe they just like, you know what? Maybe we're just in the talking phase. A 2-year process. However, I know some people move at their own paces, and maybe Taylor Swift is trying to take things a little bit more slower because she is trying to take this relationship much more serious and take love much more serious, because she has a future and her baby making days is a ticking. So because of that, that reality could also be hitting in, and maybe that could make her to jump prematurely too quickly on a decision that she might regret later down her life. Who knows? But we see the moon card, and the moon card symbolizes phases, periods, seasons. Also, with this high priestess here, it can also symbolize tapping into those deep hidden emotions that they could be talking about. And that's why the more that they talk, maybe they could have been having some more serious conversations within the last year. Like, maybe instead of starting off with, on the first date, yeah, so you want kids, you want to get married, how many kids you want? You want to get, do you want to buy a house? Do you want me to buy the house? We sharing a house, where we moving to? Instead of coming down on that on the first dates, and not even like the first few months, but like, okay, we kicked it out for a year and a half. We kicked it out for a good year and a half, right? So now that we have these last 6 months that we've been working, we've been talking, hey, we're kind of feeling each other. Do you want to get married? Is that something you're looking for? And if so, when do you think you want to get married? Not trying to rush. I'm just curious. I would like to know when to plan my life around your life. We got to plan our lives around each other. We now orbit within each other's spaces. So we have to learn to come together, bridge our gaps together. However, that's how Taylor Swift is feeling. So let's see how the outcome card is going to be for them. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that good, but this is where the true out card comes, because from Travis's point of view, and Taylor's feeling it too with the moon card, because that moon taps back into the high priestess that Travis is clearly in, and also that 6 of wands with the butterfly rising above the ashes, rising above the darkness, out of the patterns, being the one to switch it up, change up the flow, not follow the same old, be unpredictable is what he's looking for. So let's just pick some cards to see what the outcome card is. Will Travis and Taylor survive? Okay. Okay. Work with me here. I got 2 yeses. So that just screams yes, they're going to make this work. However, we had the youth. They're young. And because of that, they still have time to really work and get to know each other. Like the Wheel of Fortune, let destiny take the wheels. Why am I going to try to rush anything? It will happen when it happens. It will be divine timing. If we were meant to be, we were meant to be. It's all a journey here. And it's all about being young and finding yourself and figuring out what truly resonates you, what you're trying to look for in a significant other. And while, yes, you may think that you just got one step closer to finding that answer by being in this relationship, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, maybe it might not just be the quite perfect fit. Like it's like a square sitting into the circle. Like the square could fit into the circle, but there's still some edges and room that you could just be like, we could just fill these gaps in. That'd be great. That's the journey. Are you satisfied with what you have now? Are there things that are in this relationship that both of them are feeling as though, can we fill those gaps? Are we okay with those gaps being there? And what are these gaps? Because those things could be deal breakers and make and break a relationship. However, I think honestly, it's working against time, because I would like to say let's not get too serious too soon, but they're 2 years in and they're in their early mid 30s. So no pressure, but pressure. And also Taylor Swift is a part of. So like, where's your seat, Taylor? What have you brought to the table? You're not married. You do not have children. Have you made a sacrifice, Taylor? Like she's got all that on her plate. Forget Travis. That's what Taylor Swift is up against. So maybe she's just that's another thing too. Like, which makes Travis actually really perfect for him to be that Wheel of Fortune of, I'm just going to be here for the ride, come along, see what happens, no pressure. I love you unconditionally. All that beautifulness that Taylor needs to soften her, to make it feel not so much pressure is choking her out as she gets older, and that's one less expectation held on her. So because of that, he could be a little bit like her safe haven. And because of that, that's a bond that they truly are willing to foster. And if they're willing to work it out, they're going to have to drop the negativities, or Travis is going to have to drop the negativity and stop holding on to the past, let go of the reins and let God take it, like they say, and allow the situation to unfold naturally. Man, has AI taught me that a lot in the last 3 days. Okay, Travis. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I sure did. With that being said, it seems like, yes, there may be some trouble in paradise. Every relationship comes with its up and downs. But are they going to last? Yes, because they're young. And yes, because they're on this journey together. And because of that, we'll see where this goes. The future is ultimately up to them, but it definitely seems like Travis is Taylor Swift was much more on the focusing on the connection, while Travis seemed like did I say Taylor the first time? Taylor was much more focused on the connectionship and how her and Travis are blending, while Travis, on the other hand, is much more focused on himself and how he is showing up and fitting into her life. So while, yes, they're both focused on their relationship, they're both focused on different aspects. So while, yes, they may be in the same book, they just might not be in the same chapter, but they're still in the same book. So at least they're able to see eye to eye eventually. And that's what matters with this youth and journey, is that eventually, long down the line, we should be able to reach that. Yeah, so with that being said, maybe that I was going to pull another card, but I'm just like I was saying earlier with this position. This is how the fans, family, and friends feel about their connection, and they feel like that Travis could be using Taylor, that he is not the right one for them, that this relationship is kind of cursed. If people didn't think that Taylor Swift was a bad luck streak last year, they definitely feel it now, especially what she has all tied up with her and Blake Lively and her possibly being a mean girl. So, yeah, Travis, why are you dating that? Is how his friends and family are feeling. You are literally dating a devil, a snake in disguise, a beautiful Lilith. What are you doing? And Travis is like, but I love this woman. I love this girl. Okay. He was like, I don't care what you guys say. So all that too, how people are influencing his relationship, and how, like I say, too many voices come into a relationship can crack and break a relationship. So because of that, like I kind of picked up on their last reading with Taylor Swift, with her being that Two of Swords, they really need to step back out the light. This is not the time. It's too sensitive for both of them at this period. And if they truly want this relationship to have longevity in the long run, then they really need to solidify their relationship and really get down to the deeper things within themselves, that they can have trust within themselves that nobody else can break. No outside force can break their connection, is where they need to get to if they're feeling this topsy-turvy right now. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I sure brought it around. I enjoyed that. That was very good and very insightful. It seems like, yes, they are definitely going to move forward in their relationship. Like I said, love is love. He had some hurt. He needs to get over it. He's going to get over it. It's the past that's holding him back. And if he wants to truly feel loved and be loved, then he's going to have to let go of whatever that past hurt is, whether it was a woman or just not a relationship at all, just a platonic relationship. You could be hurt from anything, and that could prevent you from moving forward, because that hurt still is inside of you, burying deep inside, and could get in your way and actually make you manifest it and play it out in your reality, to the point where you consciously convince yourself, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, because you made it happen, because your energy was feeling it and was expecting it. So just for it to happen and make that energy finally real to you, you're just like, yes, I knew it. I knew my fears. I knew I should have held on to them. And those are all the exact reasons why you shouldn't, because you're going to keep looking for those things as you move forward in your relationship, Travis Kelce. And that could be something that has a downfall on their relationship if he doesn't check that. So I think I finally got all the preaching out of me today. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'm going to hop off before I have any more inspirational things to say. And with that being said, please give this video a thumbs up and a subscription. And if you have not already, please subscribe. Wow, I did all those motions out of order. However, please enjoy, share your comments. How do you feel about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? Are you loving their love? Do you support them? Do you feel like there could be some disconnectionship? Do you trust Taylor? With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one and in my next read. Sunflowers!